Hi everyone, Grey Power 60 here. I'm in the process of making some little bird's nests, and what I'm doing right now, and I'm sorry I didn't show you, but it just took forever to mix. I'm making some decoupage paste. I'm just using some white glue. You mix it with water, equal parts, and then you just keep mixing it until it's, fairly well mixed. I don't know if this is going to work very well or not. I have blown up 2 little balloons, extra balloons that I had. Whoops. And one fell on the floor. There we go. I have some colorful shredded paper. I've got some black jute kind of string. I have got some decorative green moss, and I've got some green grass. I have no idea how this is going to turn out, but we will see. Now I will move a few things out of the way. That's my little... I have no idea what you're seeing. I'm just trying to move things out of the way. Alrighty, instead of showing you my dirty dishes, we'll turn it this way and see if we can go, oops, sorry. See if we can go down a bit. I have never done this before, so we'll give it a try. So what is supposed to happen is that this glue is supposed to be pasty enough to put some of this string on, and then, oops, alrighty. So we'll take one of these strings. We'll take one balloon out of the way. I think I'll make the smaller one. Alright, so we're supposed to just be able to put it on. I'm using a Canada Day balloon because I had lots of those. So apparently you just, oh, there's a lot of glue on that. Oh, well, I guess it makes no difference. You just keep adding and adding, patting it down. Oh, I made one mistake. Let's start over here. Alrighty. Apparently, to make it easier for it to pop, I'm supposed to, I'm going to wash that off. See, this is real, people. It's, we're testing things out, trying it out, and what I've done is just wash it off. I just want to make a nest. Apparently, if you spray it with a vegetable oil, I'm going to spray it here a little bit, and then I'm going to do it off camera because I don't want it sprayed all over the place. All right. Silly. Now, I'm probably going to need something to sit that in eventually. I do have this black container. I could probably sit it in there. Wash my hands. Wash my hands and wipe them, but that's kind of silly because I'm going to be doing this all over again. Here we go. Alrighty, so let's try this again. So I'm going to just lay it on here, and I don't think it matters whether it's straight or not, as long as it's on here. I mean, I can always flatten it. Now this is going to take me a while. So, I'm going to have glue all over me. Because I've never done this before, so I thought I would give it a try and see if this little idea will work. Should just put a bunch of those in there, it'd be a lot easier. And then just pull one out at a time, don't you think? That way it'll get soft and it'll be covered. And we'll use different colors. We'll use the blues and the pinks and the yellows and the purple. Just kind of. Alright, I'm just going to soak it all in there. I have no idea if this is a good idea or not. That's just what I am doing. Soak it in to this lid. This was an extra lid that I had. Well, at least this way I know I'm getting full coverage of glue. Sorry, I left that there and I should have done this. Sorry, I'm just checking to see if you can see what I'm doing. Alrighty, so these are all pretty well soaked. So I am just going to lay them on. I bet you have to use almost a whole bag to do this. I'm not sure. And then I have to leave it overnight to dry. And then we'll trim off the extra pieces. But this is going to be a lot of paper. And we'll just do this. Yep, I think this is going to be crazy. I've never done these nest things before, but apparently you're supposed to cover it. I watched it on Martha Stewart online, so let's see if I can at least mimic some of her work. At least one of her, not her personally, it was one of her crafty people. So I'm going to continue on here. I'm going to not just do it that way, I'm also going to put it around. Some of it is sticking together here. And I'm even going to stick on the little pieces, whatever I can find. And I'm going to go around and around. Can you imagine how long this is going to take for me to do this? Around and around and around. It's going to take almost a half a bag. I may need more glue. I don't really have a lot of glue. Not this kind of white glue. So we'll have to see. You can tell I'm not a bird because I'm not very, not artistic. I'm not an architect of bird nests. Whoa. So I'm just going to go around and around and around and around and around and around. And I'm going to see if I can at least do some thing here. Alrighty, I don't know if you can see. I know it's a mess, but I eventually want it to look like a bird's nest, so I'm really going to need a lot of decoupage and a lot of paper. So I may have to make another mixture of this. Now, bird's nests are round, and therefore I should be doing this around the balloon. Around and around and around we go. where we stop, nobody knows. So I'm just going to continue on here, that I'm going to leave it overnight, and when I get back to you, hopefully I will have made some sort of bird's nest. And I'll need to continue doing this because I don't want any holes showing, and I want it all to stick together. And I don't think there's any shortcuts here. I think we need to just continually go round and round and round and bring some of this paper up. Because if I'm going to all this trouble, right, I would certainly like to have it all together. Round and round and round we go. And I'm just going to keep patting it down until all the paper glues together. And then we'll leave it overnight and see how it looks. And then I'll show you the next part. La, la, la. It's going to be a very colorful nest, that's for sure. A very colorful nest. My little artwork. I'm not going to do too much because this is, like I say, it's my first time. It's a little sort of trial to see if I can actually do this. I'm just going to do kind of freehand and try and get it all into a little area. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just talking while I'm doing this. I have no idea what I'm doing. And the glue is flowing down. I'm just going to make sure it's there. Let me have a look around. There. I think that is good. I gotta wash my hands so that there's no glue on my hands. Sorry about that, guys. So that is part of it. I'm going to use the paper towel to wipe up some of this. I'm going to use the last little bit, pat it all down, and I know I have it dripping. I don't know if it's supposed to or not. I have a little bit left, so I will leave that stick in there. I am going to take a paper towel and just wipe around so that it's not glued to. I guess I used too much glue. I'm guessing. But maybe I could pat it all. I have no idea what I'm doing. You're coming along with me on this little adventure to see if I can actually do these crazy things that I'm doing. Now, the problem is, I'll put it on here for a moment, because I should have used newspaper. I used paper towels here, so I'm going to have to really wash that off. Otherwise, I'll have glue everywhere. Everywhere. So we're just going to rinse this container, because if I don't, there will be glue everywhere. And there's definitely a little bit of glue on here. Okay, here, go back. This is one of my old ashtray containers that I used. I got from the dollar store, so I'm just going to wipe a few things down. As you can see, the glue is dripping everywhere. Whoops. Everywhere. So maybe I used too much glue, and it's probably going to take forever to dry, but let's hope that it will dry overnight. Again, I'm wiping it, but I think I'm going to spray the bottom so that it won't stick to this holder. Alrighty. I'm going to pat it down. I just want to get some of the excess. I used too much glue, I guess. What do I know? There we go. All right. Let's leave that until tomorrow. See you soon.